What's going on, Tywinthevile here, bringing you Act 3, The Right Weapon. This is Siris's mission. Tomorrow I'll bring you Issa's version of the same mission. This is one of my favorite missions, Act 3, because the pit is like this deathless that hosts these gladiator type arenas. You meet the gem cutter. He's actually at the door, you'll see here soon, and he wants you to pay to go in and fight, but you don't. You'll see. But the deathless boss of this act for Siris is really cool. He was a little tricky, I thought, because he uses this fake attack. He'll feign an attack one direction and quickly switch directions on you. And if you're not paying attention, it can really mess you up. You'll see what I mean once I get there towards the end of this video. As you can see, I am using heavy. I'm using the Infinity Cleaver. My preference for weapon is heavy, so you'll see me using staff, heavy with both Issa and Siris throughout my playthrough of Infinity Blade. I use whatever weapon really will get the job done the best, but I am partial to the heavy weapons, so I try to use them more often. Those of you who watch Infinity Blade Masters channel know that I am, quote, the heavy master, unquote. I really made a big push in the Infinity Blade community this past year to try and get people to use heavy. Everyone wanted to use dual exclusively, and I wanted heavy to get some love, so that was my big push this the months leading up to Infinity Blade's release, Infinity Blade 3's release. I'm glad to see they tweaked heavy a little bit. I'm gonna make a in-depth video on how they tweaked heavy and how heavy works with both characters. But in a nutshell, they made it faster, it's more responsive, and because of the custom weapon combos, now heavy has a lot more combos than just the normal attack two directions. So I was happy with the changes they made to heavy. The staff is especially fun to use. The staff and spears that Issa uses are a nice refresher on the heavy class itself. So a key with heavy is to not combo right away. This is a little overpowered, so it's taking out the lower level titans pretty easily. But you want to do one or two attacks at least before you initiate the combo. I did one attack and I initiated the combo just because the Infinity Cleaver is very overpowered. If you're having trouble or you need to ease yourself into the Infinity Blade 3 game, the same thing was true for Infinity Blade 2. Heavy is the best class really to use when you are starting out, because it is a little overpowered in the beginning. That balances out later on, but in the beginning it is way overpowered. It can help you take down the enemies a lot quicker than light or dual would, especially because we don't have a lot of money. So it's nice we got the Cleaver Grinder for free just by beating the fake Raedriar, the soulless clone of Raedriar in Act 1. There's some Alsar coming out in us. We're not about to pay to go in. We are Siris, for goodness sake. We don't pay anyone. They pay us, or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, you saw Siris's temper flare there a little bit, scare the pants off of the gem cutter, so he wouldn't have to pay to get into the arena. There is the boss that will fight at the end of this level. He was referenced in Infinity Blade Awakening. This is the Killer of Dreams. He was referenced early on in the series, but this is the first time we've got to put a character to the name. But we did know that this Deathless did in fact exist, because he had been referenced in Infinity Blade lore previous to this game. Alright, Twisted Knock. Let's go. The Twisted Knock. He's wielding like dual maces or something. Pretty cool. But he's no match for the Infinity Cleaver. I'm kind of surprised that they gave you the Infinity weapons right off the bat. It makes sense with the plot, but they are so overpowered. But if you look in the store, the Infinity Blade itself, the one from the first 2 games, it is 600,000 gold and it does plus 600 damage. So even though these Infinity weapons are overpowered compared to the other starting weapons, they're not as powerful as the original Infinity Blade is. But they still are Infinity weapons, and they still can kill Deathless. And they are a lot of fun to use. I'll probably end up sticking with the Infinity weapons and reforging them for a while. Once I get enough money to start reforging weapons, I'll probably start with them just because I think they're cool. You'll see later on in an episode down the line, Act 4, that Issa will get Infinity Daggers in Act 4 that we can use then in Act 5. They're pretty cool. Alright, so this monstrosity, I believe, is the last challenger before we get to take on the Killer of Dreams. So, take on this big monstrosity here with arrows sticking all out of him. And it looks like he has chains wrapped around his legs. He's like he's like a demon spawn thing. If you guys have not played the first 2 Infinity Blades or read the books, you wouldn't know this, but the Deathless experiment on the monstrosities, and so these are like man-made or Deathless-made creatures that they use to fight. So they are using technology such as gene splicing and crossbreeding and stuff to make these abominations of nature. The Worker of Secrets is trying hard to create a dragon. You find that out in Infinity Blade Redemption, and it's confirmed in this game that the Deathless is trying to create a dragon. And as you know, if you've played the game or saw the Apple keynote or saw some of my YouTube friends like Soldier or Sab's videos, you probably saw a dragon. We do indeed get to fight a dragon, and it is implied in this game that it is created by the Worker of Secrets, who is, of course, the creator of all the Deathless. He cannot be killed by the Infinity Blade. There's really nothing we know of that can kill him. So it'll be interesting to see how we end up defeating him. Those of you who beat the game, don't ruin it for people that have not and are watching this video. I have beaten the game. I have the full playthrough all recorded on my computer. I'm just editing it, adding my watermark, getting the commentary, and I'm uploading. I'm gonna try to upload daily, episode every day, leading up to the battle with the Worker. But if you want to see the battle real quick, I believe Soldier for Good put the battle, some tips on how he beat the Worker of Secret up on his channel. So here is, so there you saw he did a quick change of direction. This is the Killer of Dreams. He gave me a little bit of trouble because he does with his arms, he does this fake out. He goes to punch you, and then he ends up using his staff instead, and it can throw you off if you try to block his punch that doesn't come, and then he sideswipes you with the staff. And he does pretty decent damage. It wouldn't take too many hits for him to take you down, so you gotta be aware. So there's another. He is going looks like he's gonna backhand you with the staff, and then he comes up underneath instead. It's something that you need to be aware of when you're taking on the Killer of Dreams, is to pay very close attention to the direction of his attacks, and don't assume that the direction he starts is the direction that he's going to go with at the end. After you fight him a few times, you'll be able to anticipate when he's going to fake it, but at first it might be a little challenging. So then once you take him out, okay. So there we go, we took out the Killer of Dreams. He was a pretty fun boss. And we got the Infinity Spear. And the spear is like a staff weapon. So Issa is the one who gets to equip the Infinity Spear. That's her heavy infinity weapon. So we have Infinity Blade, light weapon for Siris. We have Infinity Cleaver. We assume there's going to be some kind of dual Infinity Blade, but we haven't found it yet, or I haven't found it yet. Issa has the Infinity Spear, which is her heavy weapon. She has the Infinity Daggers, and she's going to have some kind of Infinity Light weapon. Maybe she just uses the Infinity Blade, or maybe there's something, a little modification of the Infinity Blade for her character. But so far and you'll see in the course of this video, I will have acquired 4 Infinity weapons, but not the legendary Infinity Blade. That you have to buy from the store for 600,000 gold. Gold is not easy to come by in the low rebirth, so it might be a little while before I can afford the true Infinity Blade. There's the Gem Cutter. We try and get him to join us, but he's like all antsy and freaking out, and he decides not to join us at this moment in time. But you'll see it's kind of weird. He ends up joining later, and you'll see how that plays out. But it's kind of like he just does a random 180-degree switch from his previous position. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to wrap up the commentary here in just a bit. Leave your comments below what you think of the series, what you think of the game. Stay tuned tomorrow for the Act 3 as Issa, and enjoy the game, have fun playing it, and let me know how you're doing. Post your stats here in my comments, or hit me up on Twitter, and I'd love to see how you guys are doing, and I'll respond quickly on Twitter. If you want to see my stats, I can send you a picture, and we can compare and all that jazz. So hope you guys are enjoying it. I'll just let you watch this cutscene here, and then the video will be done. So until next time, peace. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe for great iOS gaming content and to follow me on Twitter.